FIVESTARKE, and this is Five Star Readings LLC. First, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And always remember, a beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset. Okay, so the what I want to talk about real quick, because I am going to church this morning. Okay, I am going to church. I don't know if this is going to be my last church setting in Oklahoma, but I will. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be my last church going in Oklahoma or whatever, but we'll figure it out. Anywho, so breaking unholy ties. Now, why is it important for somebody that is holy to break unholy soul ties, unholy habits, unholy connections, friends, lovers, co-workers? Like, things that are unholy will taint your energy. Things that are unholy will trick your mind. You get what I'm saying? They will trick your mind into thinking that, you're supposed to be in a certain place that you're not supposed to be in, and things like that. You're supposed to be loving a certain person that you're not, and whatnot. So when it comes down to unholy soul ties, we have to break every unholy soul tie, every last one of them. Even if it comes down to your friends, family members, kids, or whatever, get them to pray. Get them to go to church. Because I guarantee you, as long as you getting up and doing what you got to do as a mother or a father or whatever, guess what? Your kids are going to wind up following suit, because they see. They're like, my father or my mother is in a wonderful energy. Every time my father or my mother goes to church, I see new opportunities. I see new doors. I see blessings. You get what I'm saying? Like, the pathway is clear. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can block you. Nobody can sit around and make you feel like their misery is your misery. You get what I'm saying? Because guess what? Misery loves company. Why do you think when certain people go down, or when certain people have issues and things like that, why do you think they try to bring other people down with them? Because sometimes people do not want to be miserable by themselves. That's why, me personally, break unholy soul ties. Now, even when it comes down to marriage, relationships, and business and things like that, right? It's like you have to break unholy soul ties. Like, some people are married to people that they do not mesh well with. You get what I'm saying? Some people are hold on, wait a minute. Oh, I forgot to put my jacket on. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So, like I was saying, some people are married and in relationships, business partners, and connections with people that are unholy. You get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, if you're in a marriage with somebody who is unholy, it's kind of like you might go to a certain Christian event or a holy event, and you might be like, man, I done found my wife, or I done found my husband, or whatever. I don't know what I was doing with what's going on at the house. You get what I'm saying? Because me and him or me and her, we was never on the same page. Like, some people got to understand that when it comes down to marriage and things, sometimes you do marry your karmic soulmate. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do have kids with your karmic soulmate. Because I guarantee you, your karmic soulmate is not telling you to get up and go to church. Your karmic soulmate is not telling you to get up and pray. Your karmic soulmate is not telling you to break unholy soul ties. Oh, your friends ain't no good. Your family members ain't no good. Don't conversate with those people, because they're going to mess your mind up. They trying to get you sick and twisted. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, me personally, people with those type of agendas, my love, that's why you always have to pay attention to the heart of people. Because the heart of people and the mind of people and the mouth of their heart and mind will expose them. You get what I'm saying? Because, my love, there's no need for, you know how they be like, oh, such and such is trying to expose me or whatever the fuck. It's like by them trying to expose you, they'll really expose themselves at the end of the day. At the beginning of the night, they'll be looking silly because they think that they think that you're unholy because they're unholy. They think that they can tie you in a knot or a net or a Charlotte's unholy web. But if I'm going to get tied in the web, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be God's web, not Charlotte's web or not Spider-Man's web. Because guess what? Being tied in God's web, I'll be able to see everything. I'll be able to understand a lot of things. You get what I'm saying? A lot of things that these other people have not taught me. Because sometimes, my love, is, well, not sometimes, but a lot of times, it is a lot of spiritual people on the internet, or they claim to be spiritual, but they're really not. Because the thing is, they haven't helped us in any type of way. Because guess what? If you've been following me on my journey and you've been switching things up in a good way, getting rid of negative people energetically and around you, then guess what? You are on the right path. You are on the right path. You're doing the right thing at the right time. You understand what I'm saying? Because guess what? It was a thing that I was reading in my Bible that God rejects certain people because the fool despises knowledge. You understand? A fool despises knowledge. That's why the wise don't speak in the ear of fools, because fools will despise your knowledge. So with that being said, it's kind of like sometimes God or a higher person that's on a higher level, a higher being, or somebody that thinks differently from you, it's kind of like that person will be like, you are a prophet, or you an evangelist, or things like that. You get what I'm saying? Or hell, even God himself can tell you these things mentally. Because sometimes people be thinking that they have a word for us when, my love, they don't even believe their own words that they speak daily. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is, my love, you could never, like certain people on the internet, like the false prophets, they could never have a word for me. God has never told them to tell me anything. And the reason why is because God is not even with them. It's kind of like, you know how it's kind of like, oh, I'm trying to direct you to a different path. I'm trying to direct you to a different path. Get out that chair and stand on your feet. I'm trying to direct you to a different path. But if you want to sit down and not stand up and really understand, because I kid you not, since I've been standing up, even though I can read, but I feel like me standing up reading it has been bringing different energy towards me. But anyway, like I said though, you got some people that know the path that you're on. It leads to nowhere. You get what I'm saying? Some people know that certain spiritual paths lead to nowhere. And the reason why is because they don't have God with them for real. That's why, like I said, break unholy soul ties. And then, okay, so the Bible and women. Women got to understand that men are not just the co-bearers of the Bible. Women are in here too. Women have held down major positions in the Bible. In the temple of God, these women have held a lot of positions. These women ain't just been ushers. Like, you sure? You sure? Nah, don't come at me. I got an usher name tag at church. Every time I do, I share. Yeah, I share the word of God with you. So there you go. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I share the word of God. Do you listen? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I tell them. Like, you sure? Yeah, I share the word of God. Do you listen? But the Bible highly esteems women. It teaches that they are co-bearers of the image of God. He that crowned them in honor and glory gave them charge to exercise dominion over earth. Women, along with men, have an enormous dignity, privilege, and responsibility to put the glory of God on display. The Bible highly esteems women, but unfortunately, women do not always highly esteem the Bible. Some disregard it and they're apathetic, unwilling to exert the effort to sharpen their Bible study habits. And I honestly feel like that'd be the biggest issue with a lot of people that are in church. But I wonder, how long does it take for a prophet to sit on their behind, or a pastor to sit on their behind and not study and not put the work actually in? You get what I'm saying? Because you got some pastors that are active in the community. Like, the whole community knows certain pastors. Some communities don't know their pastors at all. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes, my love, you got to think of where the pastor's heart is. You get what I'm saying? Because I kid you not, I've ran across men that were quote unquote pastors. They tried to sleep with me and everything. And then when I mentioned that, I love God and I like to go to church, this one guy, he was like, cause I was walking down the street or whatever, and he wound up picking me up, but I didn't know he was no pastor because he didn't say that. You get what I'm saying? I did not know he was no pastor because he didn't say he was no pastor. So he wound up picking me up and bringing me back home, but then we wound up talking about church. So then he was like, give me a hug. Because after this, if I'm going to be your pastor, then we can't have nothing sexual going on. And that's literally what he said. And the only reason why I'm being honest and blunt about that type of situation is because women like me have been victims to that for a long time. Sleeping around with people in the church. But these men, I'm going to be honest with you. I've never done that because I have respect for myself. You get what I'm saying? But it's just a principle. It does happen. These men literally come on to women, but they be married and they be pastors at the church. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, what's the real reason why you're a pastor? You get what I'm saying? Like literally, what's the real reason why you're a pastor? Because that day I went to church. I mean, I like church, but you can kind of tell when you're around a bunch of fake people. You get what I'm saying? When you're around a bunch of fake people, you'll know and you'll feel it. So that's kind of why it's like, you know what? I don't want to go to that church anymore. You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm making this a statement. I am going to one more church in Oklahoma today. And after that, if I do not learn anything or if I don't feel any type of divine connection in there, then I just will not be back. You get what I'm saying? All right, Lord, I place my life, my plans, and my whole day in your hands. Guide my steps, my words, and my decisions. Let your will be done, not mine. I know that without you, I am nothing. Lead my thoughts, my choices, and my actions according to your perfect plan. From morning to night, guide me in every way. Fill me with your Holy Spirit. Protect me from harm. Renew my strength and remind me that you are always with me. I am blessed because all things work together for my good. I am highly favored because the Lord is with me. I am anointed and given a specific gift to change the world. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am loved by God, and perfect love drives out fear. I am chosen to be the light of the world. I am taking authority over my life because I have been set free. I am an overcomer of all things, and the enemy is beneath my feet. I am grateful for my life, and I live in victory. I am renewed daily, and I will run and not be weary. I am humble because my strength comes from God. I am overflowing with love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. I am purpose-driven to fulfill my destiny here on earth. I am at peace because the plans are to prosper me and not to harm me. Plans to give me hope in the future. I am forgiven because of love, and I have the capacity to forgive others. 39. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. That's a great one. Okay, so God loads me with benefits. God loads me with benefits. He is my salvation. So that is 39 on here. Where is my Bible? That is Psalms 35, 27. Okay, God loads me daily with benefits. He is my salvation. So, okay, Psalm 68 and 19. I was looking at the wrong one. Where is it? All right, here. Okay, so the God of salvation. Blessed be the Lord who daily loadeth us with benefits. Even the God of our salvation, Shalom. Okay, so that just is telling me, like I said once before, that it's so many benefits with God. It's so many benefits in the Bible. It's so many things to nurture our soul, mind, and body in the Bible. It is so many things to it's just so many perks daily in this Bible that people do not understand. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, you got to be that type of person. If you love God and you want to build your relationship with God, you have to get to know God. You get what I'm saying? You have to get to know God to build a relationship. But yes, I do like the God of salvation, because that's the salvation for us, right? They got the Salvation Army. The salvation, what? It's there to help. So God is what? Here to help. His word is here to help. And the only reason why his word is here to help and benefit us is because, guess what? If we don't know nothing but toxic words, if we don't know nothing but toxic conversations, if we don't know nothing but jealousy, misery, pain, hurt, and just backstabbing and nitpicking and all that, if that's all we know, then get to know God. Because I guarantee that jealous spirit will get up out of you. That envious spirit will get out of you. Because sometimes people don't understand that jealous spirit destroys them. That envious spirit will destroy you, because the reason why is because, guess what? That envious spirit, didn't choose you to build with. That demonic spirit didn't choose you to build with. But guess what? That spirit is always watching you. That spirit is always watching you, hoping you don't go build with somebody else. Hoping you don't go recognize that it's a broad world out here. Oh, you only been to 2 states? Do you not know it's like 50 states in a couple, I don't know how many countries? You get what I'm saying? But it's like so much out here to be stuck in one spot, chasing somebody who never decided to provide for you, which is a devil. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes we be sitting in spots, be like, oh, I'm only in this state because I'm in love with a person, or I'm only in a relationship because we live together. You get what I'm saying? Because guess what? It's a man that I met the other day, well, not too long ago, and he told me the most bizarre thing. He said that he wanted to be in a relationship with someone else because he's not really happy with the woman that he's with, or man that he's with. I really don't know who he's with. It could be a man or a woman. But he said that the person that he with is married, and he's just sticking around for some reason. You get what I'm saying? And it's a man. Normally we hear women say things like that. That, that man that I'm with, he's married, but I'm just sticking around because of, beneficial reasons. Because I kind of feel like that's why he's around, because for beneficial reasons. But anywho, like that's literally would be the only reason why a woman would be a third party situation to another couple, is because, it's benefits there. But other than that, I'm not gonna get caught up in their benefits. I'm gonna make sure, okay, while I'm with them, I'm gonna make sure this car is in my name. I'm gonna make sure this house is in my name. I'm gonna make sure everything that they give me is in my name, so they cannot take nothing from me. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, it was a guy. He literally said that he was like, he'll come around every now and then, and it's like, he's in a relationship with someone, but a woman, but she's married, and he's like the side piece. You get what I'm saying? And that's, to me, I haven't heard of nothing like that in so long. You get what I'm saying? Or hell, ever, really. You get what I'm saying? Like, this man, he a side piece of a married woman, and he's stuck on it. He's like in love with a married woman. And I told him, I said, because he said that he wants to be with someone else, and he's looking to be with someone else. And I told him, I said, sir, you already in a situation. I said, by the time you decide that you want to get rid of that or done with that, I will be moving on. You get what I'm saying? Because the thing is, I'm not waiting on no man. And then he already told me, he's with a married woman already. You get what I'm saying? And he's single, but he's dating a married woman, and he's in love with the woman. So it's just kind of like, sir, by the time you decide, by the time you decide, literally, because this is all he got to do, is get up and get out. That's all. He ain't got no ties to the woman. He's not married to the woman or anything. He's just sitting there because of beneficial reasons. That's how you know some men from boys. Some men that want to be taken care of and provided for. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't understand why he's like, she does, he says she does a lot of things, but my whole thing is get up and get out. Why would you be married? Why would you be sitting there waiting on a woman to whatever? You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he's waiting on her to divorce her husband, or whatever. I don't know what he's waiting for. But all I know is I wouldn't be waiting. You get what I'm saying? I would get my ass up out that chair and go to the nearest where I want to go. Because I'm telling you, nobody in a relationship is going to hold me back. I don't care who it is. You ain't finna be married holding me back from love. You're not going to be married holding me back from real connections, real communications, and real conversations with people. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know what version this is on here. I think it's the a KSV, 100 Biblical Declarations, in the KSV version. But yes, God does load us daily with benefits. But we just have to understand where the benefits are and how to access the benefits. Because I kid you not, we can go outside right now and meditate and have a good time. We can go to church and have a good time. We can do anything and have a good time because guess what? God gave us the right to have a good time. God didn't give us the right to just, be sitting up at church all day trying to direct and guide people and things like that. You get what I'm saying? And then we got to turn around and be perfect for these people that we're guiding. Hell no. Because guess what? I'm not perfect. You get what I'm saying? And I'll tell you that. I'll tell you right now in front of 4 people. I'll tell you right now in front of 13 people. I'll tell you right now in front of 1,000,000 people. I am not perfect. And I do not strive to be. Oh my God, look. Because I just flipped it to this page. It says, I have chosen thee, saith the Lord of hosts. I don't know what that is. SIGNET. Oh, a signet, I think. It says a small seal historically used to authenticate documents by making an impression in wax, often worn as a ring. Okay, so today's signet rings, I think it's called signet. Today's signet rings are worn as symbols of status, heritage, and personal style rather than the official sealing. It's like it's okay. So historical use used as a personal signature to mark authority. Oh wow. Also, it's jewelry. God chose his signet. He says, and I will overthrow the throne of kingdoms, and I will destroy the strength of the kingdoms of the heathen, and I will overthrow the chariots and those that ride in them, and the horses and their riders shall come down, every one by the sword of his brother. In that day, saith the Lord of hosts, in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, will I take thee, O Zerubbabel? I don't know what that word is.
This creator couldn't wait to get home when he was unexpectedly caught in an awkward progressive ad.
SpeechModification.com presents how to pronounce Zerubbabel.
Okay, so O Zerubbabel, my servant, the son of, dang, they got some names in here, child.
Welcome back to our series of biblical pronunciation videos. Let's take a look at how to pronounce this word. It refers to a figure in the Old Testament known as the father of Zerubbabel and part of the genealogy of Jesus. It's pronounced Shealtiel.
Shealtiel, Zerubbabel. Oh, Zerubbabel, my servant, and son of Shealtiel, saith the Lord, and will take thee as a signet, for I have chosen thee, saith the Lord of hosts. Okay, so when God says my servant, it identifies Zerubbabel not as an insignificant governor, but as a key obedient person who follows God's directions. Like a signet ring, Zerubbabel would carry the authority to act as God's legitimate Davidic ruler. I've never seen that word. Hold on. Davidic. 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 I said Davidic. Oh my God. Okay, so Davidic ruler. God. Whoa, hold on. Okay, like a signet of Zerubbabel would carry the authority to act as God's legitimate Davidic ruler, a right that God removed from the evil king. I don't know, something. It's another one. It's a J word. I don't know. This no doubt gave some hope about the future Davidic ruler who would someday rule on David's throne. Okay. Because it's like God's going to determine, it's like God is determining who's going to work on his behalf and who's going to win the battle, which the battle was already won. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, my love, I will see y'all later. Y'all have a good one.